Okay, this is going to be a Q&A video. This is going to be a lot of questions that I get on a regular basis that I don't get to answer because, like, you guys know I have Instagram and I have Twitter and I have all this stuff, but there's so many people now, like, I can't reply back to everybody. Like, I would never put my phone down. So this is kind of like a general situation just to kind of get your question answered if it was asked. This is like the most frequently asked questions that I usually get. So, number one. How long is your real hair and why don't you show it? Well, my real hair now is probably, I want to say about right here. Yeah, I think when I took my braids out last time, they were about right here. The reason why I don't wear my hair out anymore is because I'm like a weave addict, a wig addict. Like, I don't wear my hair out. You guys know I wore braids for 5 years. And after wearing them for so long and wearing my natural hair, I'm over it. Like, all of that maintenance to keep it up, to keep it healthy, to keep it right. Like, I'm over all of that. So, if I could find an alternative to make it a little bit easier on me, then so be it. So, that's the only reason. I'm not, like, bald-headed or something. Y'all know damn well I ain't bald-headed. Now, cut the shit. But, yeah, that's the only reason, though. Because it just makes it a little bit more easy for me. But I do, like, I'm not one of those people, although I am a hair guru and all of that good stuff. I guess you could say now that's what I am because that's pretty much what I do most of the time versus what I used to do. But it's about growth. That's all. You know, it's about, like, this hair. It's about growth. Like, it really grew out of my scalp, but it's okay. Where do you live? I don't know why there's a discrepancy because I've said this so many times in videos. I'm like, here in LA, you know, being in California, it's always sunny in my videos. It's, you know, where else do you think I live? But I am born and raised from sunny California. I've lived nowhere else. I've been here all my life. I live in LA. Okay, like LA. And I've been here since I was born. So yeah, I am a Californian. Why are you always sitting on the floor? People always ask me this. This is my spot. No, the reason why I sit on the floor is because in my bedroom there is horrible lighting. And if I'm doing reviews and you can't see the product, that's a problem. We have a very huge bay window in here. Like, it takes up most of the wall. So that's why I get this natural light when I do videos. So the issue is there's a sofa right there and there's a coffee table here. So the only place that I can sit is here, which happens to be by the door on the floor. So that's the only reason why I sit here. And it's become comfortable. I'm used to it. It is what it is. I am going to try to change my scenery a little bit this year. Because I'm going to start using a different camera. So this really wouldn't matter. But I do like it here. And it does. I like the natural light. I'm not really one for lights because it gets hot and I wear makeup and I wear wigs and it gets hot and then I don't want to feel like I'm cooking. So that's the only reason why I actually sit on the floor. But there's no particular reason other than that. Why don't you ever show your family, only your friends? Well, the thing about it is the friends that you've seen in my videos, I have way more friends than you see. But the reason why I never show my family or any of my other friends is because they didn't choose to be on YouTube. They didn't choose this. And some people are not comfortable with sharing their lives with people that they don't know. I happen to be one of them. I don't really care. My friends that you guys do see, they don't care. But my mom and my sister and my granny, my grandfather, like all those people, they don't want to be part of this. You know, and I respect that because my mom doesn't want to be in the store and somebody's trying to talk to her because they watched one of my videos and she's trying to buy cereal. That's not really, you know, something that no, mom's kind of ghetto. So that really wouldn't work either. So I don't want people like, oh, you know, Dolphy's mom's a bitch. So I just kind of keep them to themselves. They don't care about none of this. Like all this stuff that I do on the YouTube, they don't care about. It's so whatever. So that's why I kind of keep it just to myself and my select amount of friends that I choose to have in my videos that actually want to be in my videos. That's the only thing. How do you stay comfortable in your skin? I think it came with time. I remember when I first got on YouTube, it was just such a hard thing for me to grasp because of the simple fact that I'm a very outgoing person and I'm a very different type of person, but everybody doesn't get that. So when I would get hate comments and hate mail and stuff like that from people, it really would get to me because I'm like, I don't even do anything to nobody. But in life, you don't have to do nothing to nobody for them to really dislike you. That's just how they feel. But I've learned that any of this stuff, this YouTube, any of the other stuff that I do, it doesn't define who I am, and I am who I am whether the camera's on or off. So I have to be that every day of my life. You know what I'm saying? So you learn to be comfortable with the person that you are on camera, off camera, and who you just are in general. Because in life, if you continue to be something that you're not, it's going to start to show, and it's going to start to peek out. And then you're going to do all of this homework and all of this backpedaling and try to save who you are. So I just pretty much go with the flow. Whatever comes out, whatever said, however I feel, whether I want pink hair, blue hair, no hair, that's just me. So that's all it is. How come your video content has changed? For my last channel and this channel, and a majority of this channel, I did a lot of inspirational videos about everything. And after a while, like anything, it kind of gets boring. Maybe not for you guys, but for me as a person who's doing them, sometimes it takes a lot for me to sit up here and talk about something that I probably either don't want to talk about, I'm not really interested in. That's why I don't do reviews on shows and stuff like that, because a lot of this stuff I don't watch anymore because I'm just so far gone, and so I just don't care anymore. So I try to switch it up to kind of give other people who do watch, who do, you know, I'm trying to give you guys all of something. Like today I just did like 2 inspirational videos, well, 2 subject videos, I guess you could say, because they're not always inspirational, but they always real. You know, but I can't always do that because I as a person have to be happy too. And I don't, it's like singing the same song. Like, you know, SWV got to keep singing Weak, and they over that shit because it was like over 20 years ago. You get tired of it. So that's the only reason why my subject matter has changed and kind of shifted for what it was. But I'm still the same person. I'm still going to talk about those things. It's just not always. It's not every video is going to be that. And I don't think it should be that. You know, I grow as a person. As a person, I start to get different interests in different things that I would like to share with you guys. And it's not always about going off on somebody or telling somebody something or being the voice of reason in that particular moment. So that's all. Will you ever do a meet and greet? This particular year, I want to do like 3 different meet and greets. The first one here in LA or California. The next one, probably like Atlanta. And then the third one, for sure, I want it to be in like New York. So if you guys are any of those surrounding cities, I would like it. I have to plan it out, but I think I'm going to do it with Cherie Love here on YouTube. I'll leave her link below, but that's my boo. And she's in California too. So I think we should come together and do some stuff. We were talking about that anyway. So me, her, and maybe anybody else who's a LA-based YouTuber that want to do something, we'll do something. But yeah, I see you guys when I'm out and shopping and stuff. But just to have like a get-together, we could talk and laugh and act stupid would actually be fun. So definitely this year that is going to happen. Who does your hair, and do you take clients? I do my own hair, and no, I do not take clients. I do not work with the general public anymore. As you guys know, I went to Marinello Beauty School, and I had to deal with clients for 10 whole months. And I went and I graduated, and when I got out of beauty school, I realized that's not what I wanted to do. That's not something that excites me. I mean, I can do my own hair all day and it's cool, but when you start to have to deal with people, and you guys know who do hair, when you have to deal with all these personalities and all these people, and they want this, and they come in with this much hair, but they want their hair to look like this, and you like, yo, chick, no, you know, it's that type of situation. So I've just opted not to do it anymore. It's not something, it's very lucrative, but it's just not something that I enjoy to do. So I just choose not to do it because I have my hand in my pot and so many different other things that I'm really interested in. I would much rather do those than try to make a quick buck to do somebody here while I'm sitting there huffing and puffing because I don't want to do it. So yeah, I mean, it's a personal choice. Advice to any upcoming YouTubers. I would say to anybody who's trying to do YouTube, be yourself. Do not start out the gate trying to be somebody else. I started YouTube over 5 years ago, and it took me a long time and a climb to be myself, but to get, I guess you could say, my recognition or my dues, or where I become a name where it's known kind of on the internet. You know how some people are just known like in the circle, but when you Google somebody's name and all my results come up like that, it takes time. And sometimes I'm trying to see how much time I got. Sometimes people come on here, they be something else, and then when they get tired of being that person, they want to kind of jump off and do something else, and then people be like, I don't understand why you changed completely. You know, and they're like, I wasn't that person to begin with. So always be yourself, because it's going to make it easier for you to get an audience because you're being authentic. you guys can see if I'm not being genuine, if I'm not being myself, if something is wrong, you can always tell. So never come on here trying to be something you're not. There are people on here acting a damn fool to get views, and it's sad because at the end of the day, they're gonna be known for what? Acting a damn fool. And you don't want, that's not what you want your legacy to be. So it is what it is. How did you get so popular on YouTube? I get this question all the time. I get people hitting me up like, can you shout me out? Can you do this? Can you do that? I remember specifically the first person on YouTube who ever shouted me out, who ever did anything for me, was Queen Cuddy. And I don't think she does videos anymore, but I remember me and her had like 3,000 subscribers together, and this was my old channel, and I didn't really know nobody on YouTube. I didn't know. She shouted me out, and then it was Salima77, and it kind of spiraled into that. So it was kind of a word of mouth thing, and then the videos kind of brought other people along. You know, it was like, it was you guys that told your friends, who told your family, who told your cousins, who told these people, who got me to basically the status that I am now. So it's really a word of mouth thing, but you can't ride off someone else's coattails in order to get you where you want to go. Because if my content wasn't of quality and my content I wasn't talking about anything, I wouldn't have all you guys watching me, you know? So being popular is one thing, but make sure that you're popular for a reason, and it's a good reason, because people will always come back. People who do good makeup tutorials and hair tutorials and talk about things that are of quality, people are going to always subscribe and always come back. When you just trying to make a quick buck and you trying to get on here and do something. I remember when me, Sante, and other people got on here, there were no checks yet. There were none of that stuff yet. We did this because we like to do it. It was fun. Now this is a job for people. This is a way for people to make quick money and try to basically become internet famous. So the logistics of YouTube have changed so much versus what they were when we started. So I still carry those morals and reasons for me today versus what other people get on here for. It's a cash cow. It's like, I want to make money. Where the ads at? Where my AdSense check at? Like, it's that type of thing. So, you know, come on here for a good reason, and the popularity that you garnish from this will come naturally. You can't pay for it. You can't ask people, can you shout me out because, you know, I do good videos and ain't nobody watching. I went through that same thing. Sometimes it don't happen for a minute. Sometimes people ain't gonna start watching you right off the bat. Sometimes you gotta work to get to where you want to be. So yeah, that's how I got popular. I worked for it. And that's it for the questions and answers. If you have any questions, other questions that you would like to know, feel free to put them at the bottom. And I'll probably do one of these like every now and then with newer questions, just to kind of keep you guys updated. Because it's really hard for me to try to answer everybody's question individually, because it becomes tiring and very repetitive, and then it just becomes annoying. So instead of just ignoring people and not answering questions, this is the easy and best way to do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.